64.
We just annihilated that target, guys. That completely ripped. Oh my goodness. Damn, are we about to rip this thing to the $80 target as we speak? Guys, remember what we talked about. We talked about this just, okay, look. We talked about this just an hour ago. An hour ago, we talked about this. We were likely going to touch the $64 target, pull back, validate your 50, then jump into a potential $80 zone. Guys, if we start breaking above the $80 target, this is going to rip big time. I want you guys to remember the targets that we put together. So let's bring it up in the chart again and check this out. This was the FOMO targets right up here. Look where we are. We spoke about 67.95, and what did your boy just hit with you? Live. Let's go. We just hit a 67.50 from our target right here from that 3-day. I got to just remind you. Right? That's going to be, let me see. Here it goes. That's your measured move. Inverted. Yeah, guys, this is the inverted head and shoulders, man. There you go. That top end, right in this area here. Geometrically speaking, we were talking about the one spot 618 at 72.73. We are there. We are there now using geometrics and using mathematics. Guys, I just didn't think that we would be there this fast, but we are there now, and we already had the targets listed here before they happened. You were with me about an hour ago, 2 hours ago, and we're now nailing them again, guys, and then nailing them again and again. Guys, I don't know how else to tell you. I don't know how else to display it to you, but please consider joining the Arca Bulls trading team by hitting that link for the, guys, I'm offering you the one-time fee forever, right? You don't have to use the square link if you don't want. You can use the chat right in here to join the Arca Bulls trading team. Just make sure to pass me your, guys, I'm telling you, we're going to go over the price together. We're going to make sure to nail every one to the upside and to the downside. Hit the fucking link. No excuses. I want to see you there. Let's go. You can also get this thing done right in here for the trading team. One-time fee. Let's see. Daniel. Yeah, value of $125 at the, oh my goodness, dude. 125 top. I bet it could hit. Right? Make sure to do it. You can do it in the chat right here, team. It's a limited time offer, right? $250. Join the Discord. Let's go ahead and get this thing done. AMC is at 680 and running. Let's take a look at AMC now. Get your access to the Discord immediately. Let's get away from the screen and see what's up. Here we go. Yes, I'm Ed. We're getting the targets, man. We're hitting them. Stupid Bitcoin calling it out. Guys, we have literally gone up around 500 subscriptions in the last, I don't know, 2-3 hours. Price action is sitting at about 65.91 right now on GME. Price action on AMC sitting at 686. Absolutely ripping. Oh my goodness. Mark, go ahead and hit this link right here, buddy. This is the one. Now, CoinFox, could you share with me that link inside of the, I think I sent it to you, right? Let me take a look at it. Yeah, I got it. Cool. It's just somebody asking about it in here. All right. Guys, yeah, this is that link, right? You can go ahead and hit that link. Join the Arca Bulls trading team immediately. Let me see you in there. Make sure to go to the stage and you can see me streaming in real time, right? There's a delay here in YouTube. So I want you to be able to be with me during the trade because it's not delayed like YouTube. YouTube is delayed, okay? So if you want to catch me in real time, make sure to join the Discord, and that's where you'll be able to catch me at exactly the moment the price action is happening. Price action right now, 678, a little bit of a retrace. Let's take a look at GME now. Let's get rid of that logo. Here we go. All right, let's see. AMC should be at 12 to 14 right now. I hope Euro catches this shit up. I do think so. Right, Euro Open is going to be, yeah, guys, we only have about 13 minutes left in the after hours trading. Euro Open will end up being at about 1 a.m. my time, Pacific time, right? It's going to be 4 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Central. We have to keep an eye on that, right? I know all of us are probably going to end up keeping our eyes open all night, especially with the price action in the targets that it's presently hitting, right? Let's go ahead and go over this and see what it is that it's doing, right? In every time frame, we'll go ahead and understand this, right? Let's bring it up in the 15. Let's see what's up, right? We already identified that cup and handle. The top side of the cup and handle is currently being realized. In fact, that really was the target, guys. We nailed it. Right now, the pullback happening. Let's see what time frame it is. That was a 15-minute time frame for every major candle closure. When you get a closure of a candle, you usually get the pullback on that candle. So for example, this one here, this is your 15 minute candle, right? Take a look at this. Whenever you get the closure and opening of a new candle, you usually get about a 50% pullback of that candle, 44 to 50%, right? Know the trading rules. Know how to trade the right way, right? These things, these rules, the I guess you can say the gimmicks, right? The names, the invented words, right? Inverted head and shoulders, right? Bullish engulfing, all that crap. It makes sense because it's invented to be that way. It's traded that way, you guys. Okay? In this particular case, the 15-minute time frame is diving in to a gravitational zone in the RSI, okay? Notice that the RSI has different zones as well. Just to give it to you real quick, I want to make sure that you understand this, okay? Upper half, your bullish control zone. Bottom half, bearish control zone. The upper bands, this is bull strength and this is bear strength. Okay, now, one more thing that I want you to identify when using an RSI is actually the junctions in between each of these bands right here, right? Let's do it like this. 2% up, right? 2% up right here, 2% down, right about there. That marks off a gravitational zone. Okay, so we're using a little bit of physics here to understand how momentum works. Okay, now that you identified this area here, bring it to your upper band, right? That's your upper band. You have to imagine this. You're not going to do this personally like this. You have to imagine it, okay? Now the bottom bands, just like this here, all right? And then your bottom lower band too. These are your gravitational points on an RSI. I'm giving you this lecture right now because shit is going to start getting real up in here, okay? So let's make sure that we understand what we're looking at here. This is what I teach my master students, and I'm doing it for you right now live, okay? So I want you to understand the right way of observing these types of indicators, okay? Momentum-based indicator, relative strength, 14 period moving average on the pink. Your smoothing line, your signal line representing the price is the teal line, okay? Now, what are we looking at right now? The reason price action is going down is because we're about to close, or we just closed, a bearish divergence. What is a bearish divergence? A divergence in the first place, it is the opposition of price versus momentum. Momentum represented by the RSI indicator. How do we identify that in the first place? I'm going to show you how right now. Please notice that the top troughs on your RSI indicator right about here, you are looking at a lower high, right? Now, if you pair the trough with the price action, remember, this is representing price. If you pair that with the top end of your price and then meet it with this trough to see where that is, notice the opposition, the divergence, hence divergence. What you're observing here is a regular drive of bearish divergence on a 15-minute time frame. This is how you were able to identify it. The moment that this 15-minute candle closed is the moment where you validate a continuation to the downside. Guys, it works the way it does because it does. Now, notice how price action is continuing to the downside. It's because it's inside of this gravitational zone. Price action gets pulled into there. Now we're in the opposition zone where there could be a bounce. But depending on how much that sell pressure is, depending on how many divergence traders there are, this support may not actually work. Look, you see the reversion? It came back up from the gravitational zone. Look at it. Look at it. It bounced from the gravitation. This is the way things tend to work. I want to make you understand this because things are going to start popping off. You're going to need every tool that you have at your disposal. Okay? To identify strength, to identify weakness. What is your volume doing, right? What is it? Is there a divergence on momentum? What is it? What's happening in the first place? Right now, the next thing you want to do, just take a look at this, right? Stochastic momentum. It is another type of momentum indicator, yes. This one, you're not using divergences on. Do not use it. It is not for that, okay? Now, the script that I put together right up here, this is a volatility script. Okay, volatility, remember, is direction neutral. Only because this is going up doesn't mean that we're going up. This is a crucial, very, very important indicator to understand and to use. How? When we notice this upside on the moving average and the volatility component, like the little light bulbs, this is telling you that the transactions are getting tighter and tighter, meaning that we're spending and shorting more. We're longing and shorting at a faster frequency. We're going and going and going and going. So it expands. So if this is direction neutral, what gives you the bias? You remember, that's right. The bias is given to you by stochastic momentum. So it's pivoted towards the downside and we're accelerating? Yes, that's right. We're accelerating towards the downside. That means that the likelihood of a continuation to the downside while this time frame exists is going to happen. Because that's the way physics work. That's the natural law. Okay? And we're using the very foundation here to identify that. Away from discretion, away from a formation of candle clusters, which help, yeah, sure, they help. But this is outside of that. We're using the laws of mathematics, the laws of physics to tell us that this is in fact falling, right? If you're gonna throw a bag off of the freaking top of the building, it's gonna fall, right? That's how you know that we're falling at this point. And because it's heavy, imagine it had like 4 oranges in it, right? It's gonna go down even faster. What if you put 8 oranges in it? It's gonna go twice as fast, right? What if you put 12 oranges? Even faster. Well, as we load up these oranges, as in more transactions with a downside or upside pivot, this is likely to continue in that direction, right? Acceleration, direction, physics. Very, very simple to understand at this point. Now, this is 15 minutes though. This is only a 15-minute time frame. What does that mean for us later on? Let's take a look at that. What about the 4-hour? What is it saying? Well, the 4-hour time frame actually looks like it's still continuing towards that upside. It looks pretty good, right? What's next? Let me take a look at the 4-hour time frame. It's about to get ready for an upside, and we are expanding. So that's looking pretty good, right? Okay, let's continue it. What are we doing with the 6-hour? All right, the 6-hour time frame. Oh. Well, what do you know? I think you know what that means. Oh, that's freaking right. We have an upside pivot here, whether anyone likes it or not, right? It has an upside, and guess what volatility is doing? Now that you know what volatility does, what is that telling you? Hell yeah, we're headed towards an upside on the 6-hour. That is how you identify the time frames. What we're identifying here is how big the wave is from its initial impact, right? The initial impact was all the way down here in the 30-minute time frame. This impact, the 30-minute time frame is already exhausted, so it's coming back down, but it's also cascading into the hourly, right? Notice this here. That's what I want you to catch. The bi-hourly, see the pivots? Upside, the 3-hour, upside, 4-hour, starting its upside, 6-hour, not interrupted with its upside, but we're getting expansion. What about the 8-hour? Okay, 8-hour now is pivoted towards the upside, and we're in critical expansion. Expansion means maximum rates, right? Where the frequency of the disbursement of returns is increasing drastically. That means that we're going to get a continuation now relative to an 8-hour time frame. What is an 8-hour time frame? Well, that sounds like a whole fucking day to me, right? Right? Your intraday section. For me, that's going to be 6:30 a.m. Pacific. It closes at about 1 p.m. Pacific. 6:30 a.m., that's 9:30 a.m. NYSC. So if we're getting one 8-hour term with this massive upside, by the way, this has junctions too. This also has the gravitational point. Let's mark them off real quick so that you understand. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. That's 50% in the middle, right? Let's come down to 48. 48% would be right about here, right? Now let's mark off the center of the area here and 52% up. These are your gravitational zones for the centered area. Look where price action and where momentum is headed. We're about to be sucked to the upside. That's literally gravity, right? So we're about to get sucked into that upside and in an 8-hour time frame with expansion happening. So what does that tell you again? That's right. We are about to see an 8 hours time frame's worth of upside, which means that if you're catching here 8 hours up, 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 and we're about to hit the upper band, which is what? The upper area is the bullish control zone. We're about to enter it on an 8 hour. So relative to an 8 hour, that's telling me that we should have another 5 8 hours of upside, right? On average. That's pretty insane. What if we measure that? Where is 8 hours into the future? So let's go ahead and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 days from now, it's going 5 days from now, right? It's going to be Wednesday, June 12th. That means that we have upside for an average of this amount of time. Ridiculous, right? Insane amount of upside. Now, what about this? If we have 6 days worth, what's the average true range on an 8 hour time frame? Let's observe that. Let's take a look. The average true range on this current time frame is $7.35. Jesus. That means that at the opening of any candle, this can move $7 up or down. So if it moves, let's just say we closed here at 60 bucks. The next target, 67, right? We just hit that. The next target after 67, we're going 74, right? That's going to take us $7 more. Where's it going? You see what I mean? Another $7, another $7, another $7. So yeah, this I want you to observe how I see the waves, how I see the cascading effect, the domino effect. I want you to understand the waves of momentum so that you can also relate to it in your perspective. Yes, guys, I do see I do see the run up there. I know you're trying to get it out of me, man. I know. I get it. It's all good. Let's I guess just to remind the people who were here or who weren't here earlier, right? Let's do it. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the upper bounds. We have them drawn out right here still. Okay? The further upside targets are the ones that we were going to talk about. Well, we are, what did we just hit, right? We're resisting at where, right? This is the 1 spot 272. We were observing the resistance again. We were telling ourselves that we would limit ourselves into using the 272 and the 618 fibs. And that's what we did, right? So we're resisting right here at 62.41. Nice. The next target here to observe geometrically is in the space between the 1 spot 618 at 88.06 to 94.63 on a 4 hour range. The 4 hour range has $5.95, so it has $6 in that range. Okay, so that means that price action, $6 right here. We're gonna have the 61 close. That's gonna put you at 68. Just roughly $68. Yeah, $68 resistance. You backtest your 62.41, bounce to the next target. All right. Now, what about AMC? How is it doing? So we topped out at 689, and we already had the 1 spot 618 at 705. Very good. Now we have a range. Let's take that into account. This is your range right here, 705 to about 687. All right. Now, let's take a look at its momentum versus its volatility as well. How is that signature doing? Let's bring it down to the hourly time frame to see. Okay, I love it. This is showing immediate short-term downside. That's okay. And you know what? It actually oh man. Yeah, this is about to print an hourly at the close. I think we just got the hourly close, right? That was it. Price action is done. We're going to have to get the price action now in the Asian markets and see what's up. 651 is where it's at, right? Okay, good. Thank you so much. Tex, thank you, buddy. So if it's sitting at 651, that means that price action will likely backtest at 642 and then 50% retrace. The 50% retrace of the prior candle is located at about, I would say, $6.60. $6.60 is important. Why? Because it has this resistance right here. That's a current resistance at that gap. You know what? I'll zoom in there so you can see exactly what I mean. Look at that confluence. That's the resistance that we're facing back here. where we are. Okay, now we got a new hourly candle. This is likely to move to the upside, resist from 662, bounce to the closing of the prior bar, 650, continuation to the upside. Likely to retest the 687 to 705 in the next hour, depending on how bullish these people are feeling. Okay? I love it. I love it. We're already at 81 likes. Please make sure to absolutely violate that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's make sure to bring in more people to understand how to trade the broader markets. Now, guys, you're going to ask me one more time, Arca, how did you get those targets on the upside? How did you know that we would reach this area here? You already had it highlighted. You already had it plotted out on the 618. How did you do that? Well, guys, it's because I'm a freaking short bias trader. I'm going to repeat it again. To those of you who are new, to those of you who are visiting the Arca Bulls team for the first time, congratulations and welcome. I am a short bias trader, but I will not short AMC or GME. You got to be ridiculous. You got to be stupid to trade to trade short on a freight train like this. You're going to get trampled out of the way. If you're short and you're watching this, cover your fucking position. Do yourself a favor. Get out. I am short bias. I was trained short. I didn't even know I was being trained short, but that was my mentor. He was training me short because that's what he knew what to do. He knew how to do. So I took on that role. I was initially short biased. When I started to really learn how to trade, I then became ambidextrous. I learned the long side very well. Why? Because I started to notice the financial markets and their crooked ways. Our capital system has given such a shitty edge to the little guys. And that's why I exist here. Because I'm going to present to you how to trade the opposition. I want to show you how to trade short so that you can play it against them. Identify the short targets before you get trapped. I can show you that. Take it from me, right? Guys, just about a month ago or 2 months ago, my chat was getting slammed with spam. People were trying to get me to shut up. I will not shut up. I will continue to push, and I will continue making retail understand a short bias so that they can combat the institutions the right way. If you understand the trading rules the right way, you can have a serious and lucrative career. And I want to display it for you, you guys. And this is why I come on here. And this is why I do it in person. And this is why I trade it live and we share our positions every single day in the Arca Bulls trading team. It's not just about the talk. It's about the execution and the take profit every single day. Let's get it, you guys. I'm not a perfect trader, but I can tell you I have a pretty good batting average. And I want you to be there with me because I have other very talented traders inside of the Arca Bulls trading team, ones that you will not believe have the talent that they have. And more so, I also have the students that are coming up through the ArcMastersCourse, which, by the way, I have a 5-week mentorship program for beginners. Reach out to me immediately because enrollment's closing here soon. These people are coming up, and the Arca Bulls trading team is literally building itself from zero. From zero, we're self-built. And getting these awesome traders from the outside to also join us and display their talents for the benefit of everyone else. Guys, I am trying to show you how to make a difference here. Yes, this thing is probably going to moon. It's probably going to continue ripping to the upside, but I want you to benefit from every move, how to do that. Because here's the thing. What if you have, imagine this, what if you have a position that you just leave on the side that you continue accruing, right? Your diamond hands position, leave it on the side, but you're trading the interim. You're trading the interim and trading the volatility with this and continue accumulating on the other one instead of bringing it out of your own pocket. How about that? Where you say to yourself, damn, I wish I had some more capital to be able to trade this play. I should have gone in harder. Right? How about you don't go to your savings? How about you don't ask your boss or don't go to the bank and join the fucking Arca Bulls trading team and make those fucking dollars work and multiply themselves the right way, like we're doing. Make those dollars work for you. right? I'm not telling you how to trade. I am not telling you that I'm the biggest and baddest guy ever. I'm not. There's always going to be a better one. There's always going to be a shittier one. I'm not here to talk shit or talk about great. I'm not here to talk about any of that, guys. I'm here to talk to you about you. I don't give a fuck about the outside. I don't give a fuck about the price action on AMC or GME. I'm here to talk about you. Are you ready to make this fucking change? Are you ready to become disciplined? And are you ready to become consistent more than anything else? You got to want this shit and you got to respect it. And I want you to display that to the team. We all benefit from each other. It's an open area and we're able to showcase our talents together. And you will never believe the talent from the people who will never become like an influencer like me or Jackie Latitz or Marantz Rants, right? They're not going to become that, but they're here to display their talents to the others, and we'll make sure to give them the light inside of the Arca Bulls trading team. Make sure to join, as I am offering a very limited time only Lifeline membership. Otherwise, I'm just going to come back to the monthly memberships, and this is just going to go away. I'm doing it right now because of the volatility. I'm doing it right now so that I can pull you away from having a monthly subscription. Take care of this in one shot. Let's do it. Let's trade the financial markets together, and let's move on. GME, where did it end up? 61.27. I'm adding that link. I'm adding the link into the chat so that you can go ahead and shoot me that and shoot me that. Well, guys, you can do it through the YouTube as well. Whatever you want. Let's go ahead and observe this. We were talking about what was it called? The cup and handle, right? One of the formations that I least like. Guys, I don't like a cup and handle formation. But what I will tell you is that a cup and handle formation, when it's formed, let me revert a little bit. When a formation, this is a series of candle clusters, right? When candle clusters form inside of a 12-hour time frame, you get a higher hit rate. The strike rate becomes way more concentrated. Why? Because time frame in a 5-minute, 4-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute candle, it happens almost instantly, right? It's too fast. It's happening, it's building, and building. So then it becomes a 50% shot that you'll observe the measured move or the price objective on a strategy like a cup and handle, which is why a lot of people call it. Spike TV, love you, buddy. Where are your chances at, man? I think they're pretty good. We're going to take a look at FFIE too because that thing is ripping. Let's go. Okay. I want you to identify the probabilities based on time frame. We notice here that we have a 12-hour time frame, right? Arca said that it's in the upper time frames that we get the benefit. Good. Not the 5-minute, not the 3-minute. Although they work, it's still more of a gamble. You're looking at a 50% shot for the clusters of candles like this, named patterns or formations. It's going to take a little bit. It's going to take that 50% shot for it to actually happen. So if this is building on a 12-hour, higher probabilities. Good. Let's take the measured move. We already did that once, so we're going to do it again. It's all right. I want to make sure that you guys catch the edge. This is your handle. This is your cup. Let's take advantage of it like this. Draw a trend line from the top end of that cup all the way to the bottommost area of that cup, right down there. And then you apply this trend line to the top end of your handle. You're getting a target of about 140.81, which is just massive. I get it, right? Now let's try to validate it with fibs. Let's bring it in. We're going to take a swing high to swing low. Why do I say swing high to swing low in the first place, right? What is this guy saying? Swing, swing, swing. Well, when you're a day trader, you day trade. That means same day trade, same day execution, same day in, same day out. Momentum, day trade, scalp trade, all of those different trades are consistent to a 1-day entry and exit. Execution in, execution out, short or long, long or short. Okay? Now, if you trade longer than 1 day, that then turns into a swing trade. Your swing trade becomes multiple days. So if we're observing a 12-hour candle here, and I'm observing the swing high of this candle, right? Meaning that it has multiple days to the swing low. That's why I say swing high to swing low, multiple days range. If I'm speaking the day, I'm going to take the range high to range low. Range high to range low, meaning it's the day's range high and low. Swing high to swing low, multiple days, all right? Now, let's observe the probabilities for a continuation to the upside since we said that it would be around 140. Well, what do you fucking know? Like always, we are going to prefer our 618 fibs. We're going to prefer our 272 fibs. And look where we are. Now, remember, guys, you're going to learn how to apply Fibonacci retracements in a very different way than how I put them. I use this tool very much unlike any other trader uses it. This is the topside target that you're observing. In the way that we were able to identify every single target that you've hit with the Arca Bulls team over the last 7 days and more have been done with the criteria in the strategy that I've put together here over these multiple years of developing it. It's going to take time to develop the type of trader that you are. Who are you inside of the trade? Who are you exactly, right? What kind of condition? What kind of, are you a J trader? Are you a swing trader? Are you a breakout trader? Or are you a breakdown trader? Are you an ABCD strategy trader, right? Are you a scalper? Momentum. Who are you? What is that foundation that makes you you, and what exactly gets you to kind of, what gets you to giggle, right? That's what I want to find for you in the Arca Bulls trading course. Remember, come on by, that enrollment's going to close. Now, if we're able to observe this top side, great. It's geometrically possible. If we're able to observe anything in the other ranges, let's just say this. Where would this put us? Well, that's let's go into a smaller time frame and see if we have anything around that zone there. Let's go to the hourly and retrace back to February of 2021 and see what we have. Okay, here we go. Perfect. I see now the resistance ranges that we have. Let's go ahead and take a look at this zone right here. Well, what do you know? It is very much consistent to the closing valuation of this green candle. The green candle is that it's closing right about 107.14. You have this line from way in the future at 108.55. We are absolutely confluent. Now, how about this? Why don't we study this a little bit? What do you see here? This is when price action hit that $500 mark. What do you see here? Can anyone tell me in the chat what you see here? What is that formation? I bet I have people in here that know exactly what that is. Right? Let's see. I'm like William. I watch it go up and all the way back down. LOL. I could have made so much money if I just sold. Oh my goodness. Stupid Bitcoin absolutely topping candles. Yep, you have long wicks to the upside. Definite weakness, right? So let me just go ahead and display this to you in a slightly different way. Jen, yes, I see it too, but I'm gonna just flip you into the inverse of that, right? So let's just go ahead and draw it like this. Let's put it here. That's your shoulder there, right? It's your head there. Here's your shoulder. Now you know that that's right. Otis, that's right. That's absolutely right. DJ, definitely. Tweezer top. Double top, right? We have all kinds of formations here that were suggesting a downside. All we had to do was see, right? This release of price action here, that's weakness. Now, if you're observing this head and shoulders, what does it tell you? Let's go ahead and take a look at the probabilities here for a downside continuation. Let's pair this right here. We have a contact in this candle here, contact on that candle, contact here, and contact here. Nice. We have our neckline. Let's draw in the trend line from the top end to that bottom end here. Now, apply it to the bottom side of your shoulder, right-hand shoulder. So let's see where this was taking us. Oh, in the middle of the shoulder, right? Right about here. So this was taking us to a confluent target to this bottom bound here, right? And look at all the price. Look at this. capitulate, and then bam, we start resisting at this zone here. Resistance, and we fail even more. But we already knew. We already knew that we had this formation happening. So we were already pulling profits at this area here because we have a head and shoulders on what? On a higher time frame, not a 5 minute, not a 4 minute, not a 3 minute. We have it on an hourly. Could you see it on a bi-hourly? Well, let's try. Let's see if we can see it on a bi-hourly. Let's zoom in just a little bit here. Okay, here's the bi-hourly. Hell yeah, you could. Nice. Well, could you see it on a 4 hour maybe? It's going to get a little more difficult, but it's okay. We could still observe. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 hour. Oh my goodness, man, the 4 hour actually looks like a double top. Now, if you have a double top formation, here's your next strategy. 4 hour traders are observing this as a double top. Hourly traders are observing this as a head and shoulders. 2 different time frames, 2 different bearish traders, 2 different short biases. Why am I talking to you about this? Because I'm short biased and I'm showing you all the signs that shorts are looking for. So I want to get it through your head that you can do this. Let's observe the next target to the downside from the 4 hour traders, short bias. Here we go. This from the top end to the very bottom of that formation. Then you apply it similarly to like how you did on that on this area here, except that on this zone, you have a confluent bottom like this, straight ahead. Just like that. So let's apply that so you can see that. Like this, straight across, confluent support, 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 right? All that. So let's go ahead and now apply this line under that zone right there. Now, where does this target take you? Well, it takes you right about here. Let's draw a line horizontal. And where the fuck did you bounce? I am not making this shit up on the fly. I'm showing you how I would play this short if I was shorting it myself. Look at what happened here. That is not by chance, guys. That is not, price action didn't hold here because retail was holding strong. Fuck no. Right here was the take profit. Right here was the major support from a major from a major formation. This is why we were able to make a move from freaking $500, whatever that was. Let's just identify it right here as 128 down to where? 1195. If I were an influencer back in the day and I pointed this shit out to you, I would have been looked at as a shill. I would have been looked at like this thing is not going to, well, whatever. Whatever they did, however they figured that out, they absolutely fucked it with a formation, right? The stupid buy button blocking, all that shit with the bias of the bears. All of that happened in one shot. The effort that it took to execute what you're seeing here was incredible. It wasn't random. This was completely planned. This is too much. This is way too much to have as confluence as rhyming for this to just happen out of nowhere. This is why I can display to you what could happen over all the way into the future today. That's why, you guys. Because we're playing psychology. If this is going to run up psychologically, they are going to invert it on you psychologically. Because they know that human behavior tends to take price action to certain areas of geometric value. How many days was that? KS Spec, what you mean? Elaborate. That is why I'm telling you guys. Because they're going to attack you at geometric means. So that's why I'm telling you that I'm going to limit us. I'm going to limit us to only the 272 and the 618. We identified here without guys, I've never studied this before. I never have studied this before, and I was already able to tell you that from a top side of $500, we're going to go back down all the way to $10. Because of 2 different time frame bearish traders. We have to understand the bear traders on an hourly. We have to understand the bear traders and their strategies on a 4 hour. a 6, an 8 hour, a 1 minute, a monthly. We have to understand the bull traders on a yearly. Do I have to remind you why a yearly? Because no one else will display this to you. No one else will display what I'm about to show you in a yearly candle. Why? Because they're thinking that yearly is just way outside of our reach. We're looking at a freaking the seventh moon of Saturn tomorrow. So what the hell does the yearly have to do with this? Well, let's remind you. Block the drawings. Go into the 12-month chart and let's observe what the fuck this is together. Bam. You have a freaking bull flag the size of Texas in here. That bull flag also has a measured move. We have a strategy as to how to trade that shit, and we know how to fucking do it in the Arca Bulls trading team, and I'm about to show it to you if you're a brand new member. Here we go. This is how you trade this motherfucker, okay? Let's go ahead and get rid of all that bullshit. I don't care what it's going to do. It's all good. You already know. This is going to be recorded. You can refer back to it. Here we go. Let's measure it. So top side, right about here, that's your wick top. Bring your trend line all the way back down to the beginning or the lowest point of your bull flag, which would be right about there, right? I'm going to get rid of all this crap too, man. There's a bunch of other stuff right here that we just use. It's all good. Doesn't matter. This is your right? That's your top end right here from this area here to the bottom end of this one right there. So let's now apply it to the top side. Here is how it happens. We're going to take this trend line now on this big ass time frame where nobody is looking, the fucking annual chart, 12 months to take to close one of these fucking candles, but we're here and we're observing it because we're about to launch it. Look at the top side target on this. I can't even speak to you about that target. I'm going to type it out. I'm just going to type it out for you right here because there are several ways to observe the potentials of this. I'm not going to speak about it because it's ridiculous. Because at these levels, this fucking play turns into like a $5 trillion play. It doesn't make sense mathematically. The entire play doesn't fucking make sense. We have this kitty telling us that he's going to go live tomorrow and we're ripping to the fucking moon. Let's go. Right? I'm down too. Fuck it. So this is the target that you're being given right now on the breakout of an annual time frame bull flag. Goodness gracious, man. I mean, huge upside. Let me bring up data cells. Hold on. Let's take a look at the continuation here. So it looks like our annual range is about 1667. Yeah, nope. That's not even going to do it here. No, not a chance in hell. None of this is making any sense. So why don't we just do this? Let's get rid of this trend line here. Let's get rid of that trend line there. Let's put a geometric against it. An inverse fib, like we did. We're going to take the local high and the local low of that same candle that we're in right now. Right? Okay, so let's put it right about there, whatever that bottom side is, and take a look at your... I mean, do I have to say it, guys? Let me put a line through it. Do I have to say it again and again? The two spots, 618 from an annual chart giving us that type of upside. That's ridiculous. I'm not saying it's going there. I'm saying that it makes sense because no one is looking at it and all you guys are talking about huge targets. I also want to tell you about your huge targets if it is possible. So, guys, that it's not up to me to be trading those numbers up there. It's up to me to make sure that if we're on our way there, we can stay safe. We can look for the signals. We can look for manipulation. We can look for the pullbacks and we'll likely benefit from it together. And this is how I'm telling you that there is a potential of reaching those kinds of stupid ass numbers all the way up there using psychology. Why? Because psychology is literally the working component within GME for its upside thesis. The bull thesis is 100% psychological based on a bigger movement than anyone can ever imagine. This is consistent of millions and millions of market participants. It is absolutely one of the biggest plays I know of today. Guys, yes, HKD made a way bigger move than GME ever did, or AMC, but that wasn't about the transparency. It wasn't about the movement. It wasn't about anything else. This is where people are trying to shed light on. So if I have a short bias and if I have a short strategy that I can share with the little guys that have been so duped by the fucking capital markets, which by the way, I'm so upset about, right? I'm gonna fucking share it. And I'm gonna share it all fucking day long. I don't give a shit how loud I have to yell it. But I will. And I don't care. And it's gonna happen. And it's gonna happen over and over again. And you're gonna catch me here every fucking day doing it. Because I'm gonna make sure that I can bring in as fucking many with me to the upside, to the fucking moon. Let's go. Let's go. Look in the chat right now for YouTube. Make sure to join the Arca Bulls trading team. Hit that, you guys. If you hit that, you'll see that there's a PayPal link in there, Venmo. You'll see that there's a credit card, whatever the hell it is. Make a change in your trading career. Let's go ahead and get together in this and make sure to make a moon out of our trades every single day. Let's kill them, team. Who the hell is still in FFIE or is now in on FFIE? Throw those A's in the chat right now if you are long FFIE. I want to know who is. Let's go. Man, you guys, I'm so excited, dude. This is, guys, we're observing history in the making all over again. Right? Now, here's the thing. Duty Calls is saying, are we holding through the kitty live? Usually what happens is that you're going to get a sell-off right into the beginning of his speech or whatever he's going to do. And then that sell-off is going to get bought up so fast. It's going to get bought up so fucking fast. Amit, I love you, buddy. You're awesome too, buddy. Right? Damn, will it reverse? Now, I don't think it's going to reverse. I think that it's going to show a downside to support from, bounce, get the continuation to the upside, because I promise you, so many people are in here telling me that, man, I wanted to retrace a little bit. I wanted to retrace a little bit. I wanted to retrace a little bit. Well, with all of that want, all of you, all of us, the participants, we become the level 2. We become price action and volatility itself, because we all will naturally slow down. We will naturally contract. Remember the signs of volatility, right? Contracting to the downside, expanding towards the upside. Naturally, all of us will contract without agreeing with each other, because that is the ultimate psychological move that we want. So together, without any words, or with trillions of words and too much grain and too much noise, we're going to bring it down together without even noticing. And we're all going to be able to pick up that fair value down there. And we're going to rip it together into the next geometric zone, just like we always do. The way that I'm getting the questions asked in here, those questions are not only just you. It's not just you. It is everyone. Everyone will start to ask more and more as this rips to the upside. Leading into the kitties live stream tomorrow, there could be massive upside. And it could reach our what area? Guys, do you guys remember the target that I told you when somebody asked me in here, hey Arca, Jackie Letitz has a target of about $90, right? Do you remember what target I told you that I had? Right? And I told you, wow, that's interesting because I have this target. Do you remember what that target is? Let me know in the chat right away if you remember what that target is. State it in the chat right away if you remember what the target is that I gave you after somebody asked me, what do I think about Jackie Letitz $90 target? Right? Let me see you type it in the chat. All right, so Senor Pennington, give me a 120. 69. I see it in the Katie is giving me the 60. Turbo, my bro. All right, they're giving me a 120, 102. You guys are sort of remembering. Sort of remembering. Okay, good. Good. All right, so I'm going to remind you. Turbo, you got it, buddy. The target that I gave out is actually 108. If you were paying attention, I said actually it's not 108 directly. It's just under 108. It's just sub 10. It's just sub 108, right? To the words that I spoke to you of. Now, there we go. Gino, you got it. Gino, you also got it. You got it. Okay, so here we go. Remember also, we are using only the 272, right? Central Ohio, you also listening. Thank you, buddy. Right? We're using only the 272 and the 618 retracements. Let's point at it right here. Bam. 272. Where is it landing at? 107.79. I said to you that, yeah, that's interesting because I have a target confluent to that, but it's more at 108. Well, not exactly 108. It's just under it. Take a look at the one spot 272 that we just drew right now. We just drew it on an annual chart, and it gave me a similar target from when I spoke to you yesterday on a daily. So how about them apples, right? How about them apples? Cowboy Wannabe saying Jackie's $90 target is off the current 3 rising valleys formation. Yeah, the 3 rising valleys, right? You're getting them in a shorter time frame, right? That's where is it? We can see it on even on a 4-hour maybe. Hourly time frame, we could also see them right here. They are 1, 2, and 3. You're getting those guys. In other words, in technical terms, this is also called a series of higher highs, higher lows. This is absolutely bullish, right? You get distribution, reaccumulation, continuation. These are technical formations that you should be aware of, that you should know how to trade, and that you should be studying in order to understand the continuation of price action. Here's also a way to observe it. How can you validate that it would continue, right? On this time frame, or the 3-hour, or the 2-hour, where you can see it. You can see this in really every time frame below a 6-hour, right? Your valleys. So if you're observing here the valleys, backtest the valleys in other iterations of price action. Have they always worked? Right? Have they always displayed upside? 1, 2, 3, continuation. We have a good iteration there, right? Looking pretty fucking good. Backtest is your key component. Make sure to practice your formations to understand higher probability moves. Remember that yes, it is your guys. The valleys is a bullish formation, but we also have to identify how valid they are. And already we were able to, without even trying, we already identified a positive iteration. And it takes a long time to get this to rise, right? You're looking at the efforts of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and going on the 10th day of building. Guys, this takes a long time to build, right? First of all, you guys, thank you so much for your donos coming in. Really appreciate you. This is where we gather our strength, our time. Love you, Concepts. Thank you, buddy, so much, man. Right, Spike TV giving me a $2 dono. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that. I love you guys. Thank you so much for continuing. GC, what's up, buddy? Good to see you there. All right. Now, aside from that, yeah, we have also a bullish buy formation, right? When you're using this valley, yeah, sure. You also have the cup. You also have the cup and a handle, right? And then when you take it to a 3-day time frame, you also have a bull flag. So you have now, remember what we were talking about at up here? We were looking at the hourly bears, then we looked at the 4-hour bears, and that's how we were able to determine the downside targets. I just showed you with somebody who reminded me of what Jackie's analysis is on that hourly time frame or bi-hourly time frame, the valleys, right? This is me displaying to you a shorter time frame cup led by a larger time frame cup and handle. These are hourly and bi-hourly traders. 3-day bulls with the bull flag, right? Annual bulls with the bull flag. Do you see how many more upsides we have with the bulls present than we did with the bears at the prior high? That's what I want to teach you. I want you to combine strategies together from multiple different time frames to understand every target to the upside that you would get from every different strategy. I want you to become a master in all of those formation strategies. Psychological strategies will likely take you there. And I want you to observe this live because we do this live every single day. Again, you guys, I'm going to share that link inside of the chat. Join the Arca Bulls trading team for the Lifeline members. That's going to be the Lifeline team. I want you there. Click on it. Bring up your phone. Bring up your phone and take your camera on that. Join the team. I want to see you there tomorrow morning. No excuses. I want to see you there so that we can guide price action towards the upside and experience every single target that we just noticed from an immediate short term. I'm speaking of your 5-minute to 15-minute formations to the hourly to bi-hourly formations, right? Into the 1 to 3 day formations to your annual formations. We already have the targets for the fucking moon and we have the targets to across the street. We know where we're going already. I want to see you there. Join right away. U-turn, Uno reverse card. Let's go. So that is how it goes, team. Josh, what is up, buddy? You sold your FFIE today. Went YOLO on GME. So Robert, if you look inside of the link, you'll notice that it says send me an email with your confirmation, right? You can and then when you join the Arca Bulls team, which the link is in there, you join the Discord, and then I'll be able to add your role as you show up. Okay? I'll make sure to show you guys right as you come in so that you can also participate in the after parties. The after parties are held every day after these streams that we're having right now. We go into the Arca Bulls server, right? Into the private server, and we continue to discuss, this time actually behind closed doors, not here in such an open area, right? We continue to discuss the more sensitive things inside of the Arca Bulls trading team server. So join up, make sure to come by to the after parties. Every single day we do this and gain an edge over the trade, and one that I can display to you like no other. Because I swear on everything, you guys, if I have push on my blood, if I have the reason to push and to make sure that this can happen, it is actually not for greed. It is actually not to become, it's not for when Lambo. It is not for fucking a bigger house. It's not to become a millionaire. It's none of that. It's because 2 years ago, my son was dying, and that's why. My 2-year-old boy was dying, and I decided to jump in the fucking trade. And I decided to fucking become the best anyone has ever fucking seen. And no one else would fucking top me. Of course, there is always better. Of course, I understand that. But in my mentality is telling me that I'm the fucking best and I'll never stop. And I want you to become the best with me too. And the Arca Bulls trading team. Join up today, guys. I want to see you there. No excuses. You now know the upside targets. You know the bottom side targets. Let's get this thing to roll. For those of you trading FFIE, I want to give you guys some targets, right? Look at this GME chart. Good God. What the fuck? Damn. All right, look at, yeah, that's, if you're short this fucking stock, get the fuck out. What are you doing? You fucking idiot. Get out of the fucking stock if you're short. Get the fuck out if you're short. If you're listening to me right now, you are going to lose infinitely. Get the fuck out. Bro, take it from a short seller right here. I am short bias. I am telling you, get the fuck out. you are better off recovering your fucking position, going long on this with retail. This is assault, man. This is like pouring salt on a wound. It is ridiculous, man. Some people just don't know how to fucking act, bro. Some people just really will do it out of spite. I don't know. You just want this. Like, it doesn't matter what you want. The price is gonna do what it's gonna do. Psychology is gonna take it where it's gonna take it. And if this thing is thrusting towards the upside, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, Citron. How much did they lose today, by the way? I think I heard them lose. I think. No, he didn't, Cryptic. What the hell? Dude, I swear on everything that I heard that they lost $2 billion today. Those motherfuckers are repeating history with Melvin Capital. Somebody get that fool on the line and tell Citron to get out. Bro, oh my God, Cryptic, that is insane. Guys, it's almost laughable dude. What the fuck are you doing, bro? If you're not, man, I get it. Some institutions are short bias guy. All good. You can be short bias all you fucking want. But if you don't know how to hedge your fucking position, what are you doing in the financial markets in the fucking first place, man? What are you doing here? If you don't know how to hedge it, get out, bro. This ain't for you. This ain't for your freaking daddy funded like institution. Get out of here, bro. You don't know nothing. Bro. If anything, man, let's go ahead and put Arca Bulls into that thing so we can flip them bullish and make sure to make Citron some real money, right? Bro, ridiculous times out here, man. I can't even tell you. I'm literally dumbfounded by this, dude. Like I'm really over it. Like fuck, man. Like stupidity really grows and it really it like spreads like bacteria, you know? Like I mean, you're fucking Citron for oh my God. Like that's yeah. I'm done with that. I'm fucking done with that. I can't even believe that, man. I can't even believe it. Join the fucking team. Get in here now. Let's go. I love you guys so much, man. Now let's take a look at FFIE. Here's that link again in the chat, right, team? And yeah, let's take a look at FFIE and see what's up. I know there's a bunch of people long on this thing, man. I want to know what's up with it, so let's pull it up. That thing ripped. I mean, it freaking ripped. Did you guys see the Roaring Kitty stream? I think everybody's still there. Right? Let's see. Yeah, you know, I think, but yeah, you know what? If you go into the Danielle Concepts, thank you so much for your donos, you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Okay, now let's take a look at this right here for FFIE, guys, because this may actually have a continuation to the upside, and it looks violent. Yeah, that is inside of the Roaring Kitties stream, people are speaking like they've been speaking since hours ago. It's literally exploding in there right now. Right? So, people were mentioning FFIE in there like nuts. So that usually makes a stir of psychological upside. So look at what happened. Look at what happened on this. Right? Me and the team identified the lower probability targets on this. I haven't looked at it. And guys, I longed this because CoinFox, right, one of the analysts inside of the trading team came up and said, Arca, look at FFIE. I just got a 15-minute signal, buy signal. I'm like, FOMO. I YOLO'd into it right away. My position is sitting 30% up. Right? But now that I'm looking at it for the first time, we were able to identify this downside a while ago. And we were able to identify the focus zone a while ago. Now, yesterday, check this out. Where did price action come to? Holy fucking shit, look at that. I haven't seen this chart in easily 3 weeks. And I already stated that price action was likely to fall into this zone right here, identifying 46.71 to 46.49. Freaking what? If it's 46, let me see. If it's 45.49, what is the candle low? Let's see. In the OHLC right up here, as your open, high, low, close, where's the stupid candle? There it is. All right, let's identify the low. 45.44 from 45.49. Are you telling me I was 5 microcents off? Damn it. There's your fucking green. There's your red candle, guys. That red candle right there. That one. Bam, boy. So, this was the zone that we were identifying as the low. And what happened from that zone? Look at that. How did we identify this target? Well, using psychology, because this thing ripped 8,000%. Which, by the way, hold on, check this out. By the way, I'm not sure if he's in here. My boy Options, right? He's another analyst inside of the trading team. He wasn't afraid to share with us that the guy made over $600,000 on the long for this stock. Why? Because our boy had us long this. Where? Right here. That's where he told us this is going to the moon. 5 cents. When was that told? When did that happen? Inside of the team. Inside of the trade during the day. He said, guys, FFIE is about to explode. 5 cents. So this thing goes from 5 cents to $4 fucking dollars in 4 days. 8,400%. Do you understand how insane that is? This was just a couple weeks ago. That's what we benefit from. That's the type of talent that I want to expose you to. Right? Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next move here. Do we have continuation? Let's use volatility versus momentum. Okay. Oh, man. Remember what gives you the bias for direction, right? You remember. Stochastic momentum. This is it right here. Are we speeding up the transactions? Well, it fucking sure looks like it, right? Well, what the hell? Now, let's go to the bi-hourly. Okay, 2-hour time frame. Breaking out of volatility, upside bias. Nice. What about the 3-hour? Let's see. Well, breaking out of critical volatility, upside bias. It's 4-hour. Expansion, upside. 6-hour. Upside. Expansion, right? 8-hour. Expanding. It's starting to expand. It just notched up. Upside bias. 12-hour. Upside notch. Upside bias. And the daily doesn't have it just yet. Because the daily price action will show intraday tomorrow. That means that I'm observing now candles to the upside worth 12 hours. So if it took 12 hours to, let's say, example this. This was the effort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to that top side if we started from this candle opening at around 28 cents. So 28 cents to $4 took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is relevant to around 4 or 5 days. Then that's kind of what the 12-hour time frame is telling us. Upside bias, expansion on a 12-hour. There is massive upside for this. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell's going on with this. I know this company's set for freaking. I know this company is set for some really bad stuff, but I also do think that they're trying to live, right? Damn it, man. Yeah, because the fibs are a lot smaller. Lux. Yep. I agree, man. Do you know, or can you guess why AMC is doing a third of GME movements? Please go ahead and share the team. Please go ahead and share with the team your talents, my brother, because that's what I encourage. Let us know. Now, AMC going, but in my opinion, this is AMC following the January 2021 trend, just like it did back when GME spiked. Our time is November. Lux, I will agree with you. AMC has always been the sympathy move, right? And yes, people were feeling, very similarly to what happened in GME, where Microsoft started to encourage the sales of digital sales within their games and assets, right? They then introduced the potential to get rid of a physical location that sells video games, such as GameStop, right? So in a similar fashion, COVID-19 hit, and then the movies became kind of an obsolete thing, right? Thing of the past, things that people just don't do anymore because Netflix, because Hulu, Amazon Prime, right? So when you have things like that and Disney Plus and all this stuff, you then don't have a reason to go to those physical locations. That's their understanding. So they decide to short the crap out of it. They decide to make sure that the valuation of the company becomes lower and lower, right? So they short the company based on a thesis that they are deeming worthy, which is just absolute bullshit. Yes. GME goes, AMC follows. It is a sympathy play. Just like Nvidia has been acting to the broader markets. Nvidia now is approaching the largest weighted by market cap asset. It is going to surpass Microsoft with its 3.15 trillion market cap pretty soon. It just surpassed Apple. These are the things that we need to know. If we know weight, if we know market cap, if we know a thesis, if we know the catalyst, because the catalyst behind AMC is still Roaring Kitty. It's still the ape movement. Right? No, not at all. There's a different behavior, because if AMC, they both have different resistances and different supports. So if AMC reaches its absolute max where no more buyers are going to introduce, that doesn't mean that GME will stop. So that is we couldn't at all compare the returns, because the primary play is GME. Will AMC continue to higher numbers? Yeah. I gave them to you. I do expect this to continue into pretty freaking high numbers. But relative to, and also this, in the options chain, we're observing a very similar options chain on AMC and GME. How so? It would actually be related to the expiry and the strike price. AMC has roughly 95,000 open interest inside of the June 21st $20 strike option calls. And that is exactly where Roaring Kitty has his massive 120,000 options contracts located. So if that's giving us confluence, it's not telling you that it's not telling you that AMC is going to 20. It's not telling you anything. It's just people are betting the upside based on similar targets on both. If Roaring Kitty's at 20, the whole world is going to be at 20. You know what I mean? It's only as of late that the 40s and the 35s on June 21st are starting to populate. So the entire move is kind of surrounded. It's hovering around Roaring Kitty. Well, more so his secondary alias, Deep Fucking Value, right? So I mean, also we have to respectfully place the entities the way they should. So if that's the case, guys, yeah, I do think that there's upside for both. Are they comparable to returns like each other? No, absolutely not. I don't think so. They both follow the similar fight, right? They both follow that similar fight. But notice also in mainstream media how it comes in as sympathy as well. AMC is not to discredit anything. And actually, AMC was the one that I lost the money in. I didn't go in on GME. Okay? So we have to understand this. Look at the HBO special. I think it's called Dumb Money or whatever it is. They actually put GME as the focus, right? They made the movie, the Dumb Money movie is actually from the Roaring Kitty, the Netflix one, right? That it just released on Netflix. That movie is also, with Peter or whatever, Ariana Grande's ex, and the girl from the Divergent series, Dumb Money, right? That movie, and Seth Rogen too. Shit, it had a lot of people in it, didn't it? Damn. So yeah, that movie was based around the premise of GME. And what Roaring Kitty did. So now there haven't really been any documentaries or movies directly correlated with AMC. Or, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, right? There probably has been, but the more popular ones are, we can all agree that they have been GME, right? It's because the original issue started there. You know, it's unfortunate, but it did. A lot of people lost big money on that, right? So pre-COVID, we had 800 to 900 movies a year. We had around 500 movies in 2023, and we're only underwater for 160 mil. Imagine if 300 more movies released last year with 500 like pre-COVID. I believe this is how institutions are going to get retail to sell, because they know AMC will be profitable very soon and worth a lot more, so they want shares. I completely agree. I do. Production funds started to diminish when stages and when public workers were removed, right, from everything else to only essentials. It shifted the way of life. It's just shifted. It's too much. GME, AMC are the only kiddie plays. Look at his memes. Yeah. So this is the sentiment. Thank you, brother, for your donation, by the way. Look at the way that you're typing it. You're typing in GME AMC. Right? I do what I'm doing in my titles on purpose, psychologically. Because there's not too many people speaking AMC. So I put AMC first, so that psychologically I get viewers. I know that everyone has GME in mind, but not a lot of people are thinking AMC first. So if I can concentrate that different side of viewership, I will bring it in. You know what I mean? Ryan, what's up, buddy? Saying, what's up, my dude? Looks like our 107 target is coming in hot. My bro, you remembered the target. That's right. The geometric one spot to a two spot 272, I believe. Right? GME 60s. That's right, man. Already up there. Papa Pal, he posted movie memes with popcorn, but didn't mention AMC. He posted blockbuster movies to display his love for the stock of GME. Blockbuster movies. AMC theaters, right? There's a whole bunch of shit within that. I'm long on AMC, 2025 long. I'm in this play for GME, though, because it's free dumb money. No joke. AMC finished Hollywood, fumble their bag. The number one movie this year is Dune 2. I don't see any potential outside of Deadpool and Wolverine. See, that's the thing. That's the thing as a fundamental run, right? This run has nothing to do with the release of a popular film. This has everything to do with market transparency. It has everything to do with the fight against crooked, wrongdoers inside of the financial markets. So temporarily, it'll stay outside of that narrative until it's not and retreats just to the way you displayed it, right? So now, Susan Michaels saying, Arca, at what price are you going to sell GME? Me, myself. Okay, here is something that not a lot of people know of, okay? I am the type of trader that enters a controlled amount of risk initially. Then, when we pop it to the upside, I will validate the break of resistance, confirm support, and buy the strength. So then when I buy the strength, I will have more accumulated, right? Then it moves up another little bit and it breaks that key resistance and validates the next support. As soon as it validates it, I enter and buy that strength too. And I will continue doing that until I just don't want to anymore. As long as I believe the upside is still present, then I could just continue longing it. You know, my style of trading is very much in the psychology of a very successful trader named Tom Hougaard. So if you haven't read his books, definitely take a look at it. The Biggest Loser Wins. Learning how to become the best loser is an interesting ride. And that's how my algorithms are built, because I know how to lose. There is a strategy to lose. There is a controlled loss strategy. So if you're able to make the loss a controlled amount algorithmically, you can outperform anything, right? And that's what I'm building currently. In fact, the algorithm was just finished. It's called Forecast Max. The algorithm was just finished, about a month ago, perfected, and it is now being displayed. And the Arca Bulls team may get acquired. I'm going to speak on that later on. Now, Jay-Z's my bro, very awesome dono, man. Bro, I love your live stream. Jay-Z says, I sold for $2,000 profit today on GME. Quarter my shares. Do you think it's smart to buy options at market open with a profit? Please, no financial advice. Just want to know your buying process. Love you. My buddy, I absolutely appreciate that so much. And yes, I can go ahead and elaborate on what you're doing. I'm going to go ahead and display it to you as though I was playing the position. I entered the trade. Okay? So, at market open, you're going to get an immediate sell-off. That's typically what happens when a gap up happens, okay? So if price action is sitting at, say, for example, on, guys, let me give this to you right now, okay? The upper bound targets that I'm observing is a heavy resistance of 89.21 on FFIE. Get the range right now, okay? Because right now, this is only the temporary upside. I'm looking at an 88.21 to about 110 with a focus right in here of 99.26, of course, at the dollar mark. Watch out. Be safe. Don't FOMO. All right, now, let me continue. If you're opening the price on GME, say tomorrow, let's go to the 12-hour. If you're opening this price at around $61, $62, that means that the people that had options contracts at the market close are going to be in the money by a large amount, right? So let's see where it closed. It closed at 46. Where are we now? 61. There is going to be a shift in gamma, so in implied volatility. This is going to be called an IV pump. It depends on retail. If they hold, this will enter a gamma ramp very soon. But since we're at levels that are still, say, buyable as in buy, right? You're going to buy some more. So since we're still at buyable levels, right? This can immediately pull back. Why? Because come market open, if this thing opens up those $20 up the way that it is, the IV pump is going to push those options contracts like 1,000% up. All of those people that are already waiting for their profits are going to take that profit and then re-long that profit at the dip and take it up again. That's why I'm telling you that there could be a retracement at the open. Okay, so my thesis is that if you're so close to a resistance level, I'm just going to wait for price action and all the slapping of asses in the first hour to kind of happen here, right? Because the price action is going to fluctuate. $67 down to fucking $45 is going to go to 56. You're going to notice a wick all the way down to 31. Then Arca Bull sucks. That fool doesn't know shit. Then this thing is going to go to the fucking $80 zone. Then Arca Bulls is awesome. I'm going to follow this guy. Then it's going to come back all the way the fuck down to 64. And you're like, shit, we're back in the same place. And I just went through that emotional roller coaster for no fucking reason at all. That validation, when you're back at this level, is the validation of strength. That's where I'm buying. That's right where I think I am going to get long. When all of that crazy ass slapping of asses happen, right? Everybody's going to be fucking chasing their asses, slapping each other. All that fucking shit all the commotion is going to come down. Price action retraces. I've shown you this example several times. All right. So, Ryan T, my bro, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you guys. Just here to support the Arca team. Keep up the good old work, man. Thank you very much, brother. I can't express to you how much I appreciate that. Chappie Lee, let's see. Hey, it's Chappie. I was one of the first followers. We DM a couple of times. My last username was Zach. Oh, dude, what's up, buddy? I remember you. But everyone calls me Chappie. All right. Proud of you, bro. Made 20,000 this week on GME contracts. My bros, you're observing somebody that's making $20,000 on the contracts alone. Guys, that's absolutely amazing. I want to hear that. I want to see you win. If you're having trouble because you're a beginner, I get it, right? You're going to start hearing the freaking dude at the gas station, right? You're going to hear the guy at 7-Eleven freaking ringing you up. Did you hear about GME? And you're going to be like, oh, damn, you too? Yeah, that's because that's how FOMO works. The psychology spreads like a wildfire. And then you're going to open up a brokerage account. There's going to be an influx of cash into all of these brokerages, and you're going to see all the new users answering questions like, I haven't been trading options ever. And then you're going to notice that it's not going to let you enter the options because you haven't been trading options ever. Right? So you're going to try to open up the brokerage again and try to get into those freaking contracts some way, somehow. Right? Those traders, that's what I'm doing here. I want to display to you a different way. I want to display to you what could happen. Okay? I want to show you that these candles, they appear to be random. They are not random. Each and every candle here displays a story of its own. Believe it or not, I teach my master students that. I teach my trading team that. Guys, know this. Look at this, okay? In a 12-hour time frame, right? Just let me give you this. In a 12-hour time frame, this candle was formed and closed. It was birthed, and then it was printed. Where did it start? Red candles open on top. Green candles open at the bottom. The story of this candle is telling you that we opened up right about here at 35.15. Right? Since we were at the bottom side, that tells you that the first direction was likely towards the downside. So price action started here over the span of 12 hours. Remember, 35.22. Price action declined, right, all the way down to this wick low at 25.19. As soon as it reaches its low, then it starts moving up and it'll leave the wick behind to tell you that that's how low it went, right? So it goes up and it continues. And whatever it does in here, it circles around and ends up closing on the 12th hour right there at 28.01. And that was the life of this 12-hour candle. It tells you a great deal of information. The detail that we observe in the team is 100% unmatched, guys. There are traders out there that really respect these types of things, and I respect them for it too. If they're not respecting things like this, then they're really likely not doing their jobs, right? Or they actually, it would be really manipulative if they didn't know what they were doing and they were freaking trading with a fucking bunch of people observing. Don't do that if you're an influencer. Don't do that. Because you don't want to create a freaking series of bag holders in exchange for freaking $5 for your Discord. Do not do that. Your time will come. Study. Put your hours in. You're going to become consistently profitable at 3,000 hours of charting. Consistently break even, my apologies. Did you hear what I said? At 3,000 hours, you become consistently break even. At the break, and as you approach 5,000, 6,000 hours, you reach consistent profitability. You know the 10,000 hour rule. That's your mastery. It takes that, guys. It takes that. It takes for you to continue to study. Study every strategy that you can. That's why I do what I do. Because fucking Ken Griffin took every fucking dollar I had. But what he gave me was the keys to the kingdom once I started studying him. He displayed quantitative analysis to me. Because in his really arrogant interviews that he has, he one day boldly stated that you can't play, you can't expect to play a game against Kobe Bryant at the Staples Center and expect to win, expect to shoot a shot against him. He said this is my field, pretty much. This is my court. And I was like, a court? And he said, we play by my rules. When he said play and rules, it was fucking over because I love puzzles. I have a bunch of Rubik's Cubes around me that I've solved. I fucking love them. My son grabs them all the time. He always plays with my Rubik's Cubes. I have my Vok 3 back there, Speed Cube. I love solving things like that. I am actually already a developed and seasoned music producer, multi-instrumentalist, singer, and I have 22,000 hours collected being a composer, and I have credits with 20th Century Fox. If I'm that type of guy, what do you think I'm gonna do when I start trading? You fucking bet I'm gonna become that. And then when you combine that with a dying 2-year-old boy, no. Yeah, the sky's the fucking limit and beyond. So when he said that this was built on rules, that's when I started, hey, what the heck? What is this guy saying? He was the one that took all my money. I'm going to find out what's up. So I did. And I studied and I found out that I can also learn how to code. So I learned how to code. And I learned how to put together strategies, algorithmic, systems that trade automatically for you. And I learned how to do them short and long. And also in a consolidating market, sideways. I want to teach you how to do those things too. I want you to benefit from that. And I want you to benefit from that. Hit that fucking link in the chat. Join the team. Because you're joining a very, very different one. Not one like anyone else. Everyone has their own distinct style. I get it. And I love it. But I also want to show you how to be a systematic trader. I also want to explain to you how to trade the financial markets the way the institutions do. I want to give you their bias. How can I boldly state that? How can I state that I want to have you trade like the financial institutions? Let's take that into consideration here. How can this guy very arrogantly say that? How can he fucking even know what that means? Well, guys, there has been four institutions to offer me a position to their proprietary desks. And I've already declined 3, and I'm considering 1 because they're going to acquire the Arca Bulls team and make us public because we're going to be a team together. I can't elaborate any more on that for now. But I'm telling you the way that the institutions do, because I am already being considered to embed or to implement my algorithms into institutions because I trade it like they do. So yes, they would naturally come and try to acquire a social media influencer out of so many, right? Out of all these other guys, they're coming to me. And that's what I'm doing here. So I want to show you, man. I want to show you how that's possible. Join the team. Come on by. Because I will say it again, guys. Just give me a day or two. Give me a day or two and I'll return your entry, your lifeline entry, and probably tenfold in 2 days. That's exactly how it happens, man. And that's exactly how it's been happening. DJ, are you in the chat? Are you in here in YouTube? Can you tell them what you said yesterday or today? You said, boom, 15 minutes and what? And you just became a Lifeline member yourself, buddy. Can you share with the chat what you said? I would love for you to just share that and tell them. Come on by on the YouTube side, buddy, and let them know. So, let's see. Nadine, how you doing? Hey there. How high do you see this going if he exercises his contracts? And how low do you think the dip will go tomorrow morning on GME? Okay, there is a way to observe that potential price action, and there are tricks for you to identify that exact strategy. Now, let me start off with candle behavior with you. Candle behavior. When you get the opening of one, it is the result of a previous one, right? 1 + 1 = 2. Now, what about if we looked at the forward candle? So if we close one and we open the other in relation to the prior candle, what happens there? There is a psychological retracement that lands about 68 to 72% of the time when there's a new candle printed. Let me go ahead and show you how that's done. So, we closed the daily candle, right? That's going to give us a little bit of trouble because we're already at 61.27 and the daily is at 46.55. Let's mark off the top end, okay? We're going to do this together, you and me. Who asked me about this, by the way? That was Nadine. Was that you? Okay. Nadine, are you with me? I want you to be with me here. I want you to pay attention because I'm about to make you a fucking pro. And then you're going to go to your friends. You're going to be like, yo, I know exactly what it's going to do, man. You don't know shit. Y'all don't know shit. All right? So here we go. The daily candle, right? Remember, it closed way below this. So let's mark off our post-market close. The post-market happens after the, U.S. equities closes. So let's mark a line right about there, right? 61.27. Let's pull this in to the daily. This is where your daily candle closed at 46.55. The reason it closed there is because that's where equities close, right? For me, for example, I'm in Los Angeles, California. So what happens for me is that at 6:30 a.m. we get a market open right here. And then at 1 p.m. we get a market close right there. Post-market continues. Nadine, I got you. That's like very robotic of you. Anyway, so, and again, I am going to stop you. So, let's go ahead and observe this. If this thing, Aiden, if this thing pulls back, we could look at the potential 50% retracement of the prior candle. So there is a potential, very light potential, that this can retrace 50% of the prior candle being 38.41. That's thesis number one. I'm going to start jotting all the targets here for you. Nadine, I am talking to you right now. I haven't been talking to anyone else. I am speaking to you. Somebody tell her that I am talking to her. Right? I got you. Now, this whole time I've been talking to you. Did you hear what I said this whole time? Right, Jay-Z's, let's go. All right. So, remember, what I said here is that usually when you get the closing of one candle, you get a 50% retracement on the opening on the forward candle. Right? So if you get the retracement, there could be a retrace of the 50% from the prior one. We closed the post market right up here at 61.35, right? Okay. The reason price action may not reach that, we have to also consider that probability. Right? If we're considering that probability, we have to take a look at this right here. Right about here. Why there? Because this is market close. We would retrace to the prior bar's close, meaning we would close the gap on a pullback and continue. That's called a gap and go. So if we gap fill reverse, this thing will completely close the gap and continue to the 50% of this candle here. That has a range. That would be the opening of this red candle to the 50% probability down here. Nadine, where the fuck you at? Here we go. All right, let me go ahead and display to you that price right in here. A lot of people had that question for me anyway. Right? This is your pullback probability bounce from this zone. Right? If it breaks the 46.61, that means that price action would likely go to the 50% of the prior bar. That would put you into this range here to this area that is completely confluent to the 50% of this candle. 38.48 to 40.01 would be your secondary low. The higher likelihood is 46.61. This is all dependent on opening around a 61 to maybe the 64 area. If we open within this zone here, these are the likelihood. This is the likelihood of a pullback at market open. Okay? Aiden, buddy, I love you so much, man. I know this is not a lot after how much you made me today, but you know I love you, bro. I actually, dude, I would love for you to keep all your gains, buddy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you a great deal. Don't take advice from me. I am moving my grass in the dark with headlights. Oh, man. AMC, what is up, man? 38.48 pullback probability on GME at market open, right? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm observing here, man. So if we do get that pullback, then this is going to be something called a gap and go, right, to that 46.61. Failing that 46.61 with anything as much as about a 5-minute closure, there could be a continuation to the downside to observe this target down here. There are two targets confluent to the 50% retrace of this candle, 38.48 to 40.01. The bounce to the upside, however, would be pretty interesting because on average, we're getting a move of about $6.40, which is pretty freaking big, right? $6.40 from 61 to 64, right? Let's just say 64 bucks, right? That puts you at 70. So $70 would be, or 70.40, right? Whatever that is, that's going to be your next statistical top. But this price action, the recent price action, we've been running 2 ATRs. By daily ATR would equal around 12 bucks. So if we're getting around a $12 move, that puts you at $76. What is at $76? Your might as well thesis puts you at 80. What is 80? Your 52-week high. This is your next resistance tomorrow. You bounce from here. If this fails, this is going to be your likely pullback. This is going to be your likely resistance tomorrow. If we break above this, this shit will literally continue to the upside, and it'll probably break into the target that Jackie Littitz had right around 90. Your 90 pulls back to validate the 80 and 52-week high. If there is further upside, you're going to be observing further upside in the post market. Why? Like I said earlier, I explained this to you today. I said that price action is going to explode at market close. Why? Because there are no market halts. There are no lulled orders. LULD. Limit up, limit down. Right? Limit up, limit down orders. You get an imbalance in price. Price action halts. Then there is a complete rebalance of the price. As soon as that settlement happens, then price continues. Hence a halt. At these levels, at this time frame after market close, no halts. So there is no bound, which is why price action did that big ass burst to the upside. I explained this to you yesterday too. Chris Brown, I definitely did, man. I didn't say it, but what I did do was I put a geometric top on it written, right? Guys, remember those targets are fucking super speculative, right? These targets are very, very, very powerful top sides. We got to observe other top sides first before we get to something that ridiculous. So please be very, very, very observant of price. CBOE listening, Arca listening, right? NYSE, NASDAQ. All the routers are listening. All good. Nadine, I can't thank you enough. You're welcome. I'm here, all eyes and all ears. Well, Nadine, I want you to be in the Arca Bulls trading team, all eyes and all ears for real, because that's really where I take care of my team. That's really where I want them to benefit from my thoughts. So make sure to hover your phone over this. put the camera against that image there and join the Arca Bulls team, because I'm not going to offer this forever. Okay? So make sure to join that Arca Bulls team immediately. I love it, guys. I absolutely love it. Remember, when you join the Arca Bulls trading team, after every stream, we have an after party at the Discord. All right, Drago saying I'm in Chicago listening and listening. Thanks for the explanation. I need to sharpen my pencil again after all the writing, Arca. Oh, that's awesome. KS, I love it. I love to hear it. I'm Matt, thank you, buddy. I'm absolutely full of these tricks, man. So Nadine saying that happened on NVIDIA today. I wish I learned this earlier from you. I know. Shit happens. It's okay. We got stupid in the Arca VIP. Yeah, we do get. Right? No drinks, right? No drinks. Well, I mean, if you partake, right, then you partake. It's all good. But there is, usually we go to the after party, man, and we go over some sensitive thoughts, right? The things that we really want to keep away from public knowledge, and we speak about it together, right? The Arca Bulls trading team is now reaching 200 members, and we're climbing and continuing. Let's see, Chappie, when I was green, Arca, let's see, hit me to an awesome new look at the market. True pro, pay attention. Chappie, my bro, thank you so much for displaying that. Very kind, very kind group of words. Italian Beef saying, I see triple digits tomorrow. My bro, let's kill it. Susan Michaels, if I have 32 average and I am currently up 13,500, does it make sense to sell now and enter at market open, or is it too risky? Well, shit. Wait for the price action to pump into the market, right? You're going to get upside still inside of the pre-markets. Wait for the pre-market. You're probably going to catch more upside. Guys, let me know what the price is right now on the 24-hour market for GME. Is it displayed, or are they playing games right now, and is it paused? Eagle Eyes, I remember you asked me a question similar to that, buddy. Please remind me what that is, and I'll make sure to come back in there and answer it for you, okay? I still remember. I got you in my mind. And you too, Aiden, buddy. We have to talk, bud. Let's see, Daryl, what's included with the lifeline? My brother, I am going to include very, very distinct algorithms that I haven't shared yet with the Arca Bulls trading team. Becoming a lifeline member makes you have a discount. What you're just going to pay for your year and a couple of months and never have to pay again? The benefit is that iPhone people are paying about $13 to $14 per month. And the PC people are paying about $10 per month. Real Conquer, love you, buddy. Thank you. I'm going to be uploading Arca Bulls distinct graphics for my lifelong members. I am also going to start introducing to you things that I have as education packages, and I'm going to trail them on to the Arca Bulls trading team as we move. We're going to have massive packages released for both, but I'm going to concentrate them inside for the Lifeline members. Guys, the reason why it's called the Lifeline, and it means a great deal to me, is because of my father. He was a tough dad, man. That dude literally, we were running a family business. Literally fired me when having a new baby, new cars, and a new mortgage. Right? Fired the boy, cut the lifeline out right underneath his feet. And despite his actions, I was able to fucking make a change out of this shit, and we ripped the upside anyway. And now he's able to speak to me and say, I'm proud of you, son. And that's all I ever wanted to hear. Luckily, he's still with me. So that is why the Lifeline team means so much to me. It's not going to be around forever. But that's why I say for you to join the Lifeline team. Come on by. It's not going to be available forever. And then I'll be able to get you on this thing. I'm not going to, guys, I mean it. I'm not going to allow it forever. It's just because right now we have a lot of attention. I want to make sure to display the opportunity to those. Okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all of your support. I owe it all to you. right? I love you. Now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream here. Let's move on to the after party and observe the broader markets into the next day. Nadine saying, if this guy exercises his shares, how high can we see this go to the target potential? Guys, does anybody want to type that answer in for Nadine in the chat? Type in that target if you know. Type in that target, right? Hey, Nadine, check this out. It has a little something to do with this right here. Motherfucking like that. Oh, man, good times. You see those numbers coming in, right? Galactic, thank you, buddy. So just be safe out there. I'm not saying that it's possible. I'm not saying that it is going there. Remember, everything that we're dealing here with is absolute speculation. Okay? But yeah, I think this thing is going to go into the fourth moon of fucking Saturn. Okay, so be careful. Good God, man, this thing could really mess us up. Lux, I better see you inside of the fucking Arca Bulls trading team. I love brains like yours. Right? Chappie, Arca, hit me up. I see a pattern no one else is talking about. Dude, what the hell? Yeah, I want to know what it is. Gray man, the moon, baby. Let's go. Absolutely, guys. Lux is saying, Jackie says up. Let's go. Omar, moonbound, right, buddy? Wall Street Ponzi, yeah. I mean, dude, yeah, for real, man. It would really take a recoil like no other, man. That's gonna be that. That's gonna be that standing up 50 cal shot, right? That's gonna be the 1.3 mile shot standing up, freehand. One scope, no spot, right? Oh my goodness. No wind shear. You don't know nothing. All you got is feel. All you got is feel. Right? You better say you better start pointing the bottom of the fucking scope, man. Oh my goodness. Left with 2K profit only. It's all good. Debbie, what's up? Probably take a week. Oh my God. I know, man. I know. What's the AMC target? Before I close this out, guys, well, damn it, man. Listen, guys, we're all under the assumption that there's going to be a run further than the all-time high. Okay? Yes, I know. I want all of you to benefit from that high as well. But dude, you guys make me fucking nervous every single time. Like, my answer to you is I want you to become part of the beginner's course so I can tell you how I came up with that fucking target so that you can say later, shit, he wasn't full of shit, whether it happened or not. Right? But I mean, there's a geometric target upwards of $15, and there is also a continuation target beyond 20. I really don't want to say any more targets out loud because that shit gets scary once we start talking about your 50s into the 100s. You know, those are fucking tough. Guys, we're going to require a lot of buying. All right? I want you to be safe. That's my primary thing here, man. I just want you to be safe. Would exercising 10 million in contracts for a deep fucking value tomorrow affect the price a lot? We know he has the 12 million, right? Oh yeah, $28 million in cash. Okay, listen, here's the thing. The purchasing of the shares. Guys, remember that if he exercises the right to those 100 shares per contract at 120,000, right? That's a massive amount of buy pressure. Why? Because if the GME goes to like 80 into 100, and this guy decides to pull at $100 and exercise at $100, that means that the institution has to buy it at the lit exchange price at whatever the mark price is at that moment. per his contractual agreement at the purchase of all of those contracts. Who the fuck sold him all that? Why aren't we going after that guy? Why aren't we going after the dude who sold them all those? Who the hell is that guy? Right? Goodness gracious, man. All right, so I want you to make sure to be careful, because if they start buying, it's not going to be an immediate push to the upside. It will not be. It will be a thrust to the upside and a continuation for days to the upside. Right? If we're going to get the upside and this guy just covers, if he just exercises all those shares, he's going to start getting blocks, 1,000 share blocks filled little by little. They're going to do everything in their power to make sure that he can get filled on registered shares, I think. They're going to pull this motherfucker at little bits by little bits. But every single little bit does push the asset to the upside. It is a dangerous amount of upside, yes. But know that they're going to try to control it in every which way they can. Okay? That is just, guys, you don't want to start guessing things like that. Play it. Feel it. Observe it. Because the fact of the matter is here, no one has a crystal ball in front of them. No one has the future set inside of their heads to where they can tell you exactly this is going here. We don't know that. But if we know enough tricks to the game, if we know enough to understand how the rules could be bent, if we have technology on our sides agreeing with us, right? Some of the AI systems that we're building, can they determine the continuation? If we're able to use things like this, then we'll have an edge and we'll have a better idea to where things can turn around. I just showed you on GME how the top was displayed and where I would have already started entering short. Right? From the very top to 90% the bottom. I showed you how that was possible. So, using those psychological metrics, using those psychological metrics, right? Yes. Using the geometrics, statistics, technicals, whatever else we have under our sleeves, guys, we're going to use them. We're going to use them to our advantage to make sure that we can pop off tomorrow and the next day, just like we did for the last few days and actually week or two or whatever. It's been awesome. Chappie, AMC was trading with GME tick for tick until Roaring Kitty got involved. They they piped AMC down by a third. Oh my goodness, man. Wall Street Ponzi, remember they always change the rules when their losses become too high. Yes, they literally alter that like on the fly. It's ridiculous. Okay. Mark Jones, just be careful with that. Mac, sorry. Chappie saying until tonight it jumped 15 points. Something happened. Yeah. See, there is a certain amount of range that it takes for GME to move in order for it to influence a smaller asset. It's similar to an index. It's similar to a higher weighted market cap asset against an asset that's smaller within the same sector. It's a general concept. Omar, kill it, my brother. Liquid Hands is Morant's rants? Who's Liquid Hands? Liquid Hands. I went to Morant's stream today. I said, "What's up?" I don't know that he understood, right? I don't know that he understood what I said. I think he was distracted because he was on a phone call, right? But it's all good. It's all good. Chat James, I got AMC at 251. Let's go, bro. Hell yeah. All right, you guys. So remember, for those of you who are already joined, the Arca Bulls trading team, the after party is about to start, man. Let's go ahead and get that done. I appreciate everybody for coming on tonight. Let's go ahead and stop the stream here and observe the broader markets into the following day. I love you guys so much. Make sure to join the team right away so that you can trade the financial markets with us and the rest of the team. Let's get ahead. Let's understand the short thesis and be ahead of them. More importantly, Spike TV, Arca, did I miss your price target for FFIE? Yeah, you did. It's actually, guys, what the fuck did I say for FFIE? Oh, yeah. It's 89.59 to $1.10. Your 50% retrace is going to be 99.26. There you go, buddy. So just for you, right? Here you go, buddy. Take a screenshot of this. Targets are to the right of my mouse, all the way at the end. Blue, blue, gray. All right, buddy? That's it, man. So heads up on those targets coming up. I do feel like it has a continuation to the upside. Be very careful, team. But yeah, please remember, join the Arca Bulls trading team. Get ahead of the curve. And here's the link in the chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll go ahead and talk very soon. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Never, ever, 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 ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night or day, and I'll catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios. Fuck yeah!